Okay, I'm going to do my secret writing for week number 1. So it says, now that you've become so learned about teachers' decisions related to educational technology, your principal has asked you to write a 400 to 500 word memo that would help as the technology plan for the next 3 years is written at your school. In this memo, the principal wants you to represent some new creative ideas about how to persuade 3 specific groups of teachers to voluntarily begin to explore how to integrate technology. Teachers with more than 20 years of experience who have to date been highly resistant to technology but are excellent teachers. New teachers who are technologically proficient but tend more toward using the technology for fun. And subs. Okay. Principal would like your memo to provide any thoughts you have about targeting these 3 groups, and was clear that your ideas should be new, creative, backed up with some evidence of their potential. I can use the web again, my notes, cite any ideas. Okay, so I've opened my document that I had my notes from before. Not quite sure if there's anything in there that I'm going to necessarily use. And then I also opened up the websites that I had bookmarked. And then I had found this one from Edutopia, how to integrate technology, and it has some ideas that I can use for the memo that I'm going to write. So I guess I'm going to need teachers with 20 plus years. So I got to think about what are some of the things that I'm going to want to say about that person, that they can enhance their lessons by using technology, that technology is a tool. I want to make sure that they realize that, that they're not using technology, that we're not considering technology to be to take over the good teaching that they've been doing. It's just another tool, and to show them how they can use it that way as a tool. Let's see, my other category, new teachers who use technology for fun only. What I want to maybe talk about is how curriculum can be fun. Find some things to tell them where they can still have fun but the students are learning. Maybe get some educational games that they can put on their computers so that it's not just fun things. I want to tell them, let's see, that's all that I can think of offhand right now. And then subs. Subs, I don't think that it's going to be difficult to get them to buy in, but I think there's things that we need to consider. They're going to need keys to our carts. They are going to need some kind of passwords, so they're going to need their own passwords. Okay, so what I want to do then is to think of some things I could tell my teachers that have been there for 20 years or more. I'm thinking that some of the things that I could tell that teacher, maybe one of the things I might talk about is the virtual math manipulatives. There was a good site that I found that was Glencoe that I use sometimes. And the neat thing about that is that it's kind of easy to use. You can just pick your grade. So like I'm in 2nd grade. You can pick game boards, storyboards, work mats. I'm going to pick a work mat. We've been working on our hundreds, tens, and ones. So it's neat because it shows an example of the work mat. So I'll do that. And then get out our base 10 blocks. So I think what I would do is give this as an example where they can use the internet. I know that one of our teachers complains that the kids play around with the manipulatives too much and things get lost and we don't have a lot of different things. So this would be one way for her to be able to have the students use this. And maybe what they could do is we have netbooks in our classroom, and this could be put on the desktop of those netbooks as a link for her students to click on, and then maybe she could have a couple students working together to create these where they're just using the base 10 blocks and just, you know, making numbers 322, and they could make their numbers like this and quiz each other, and it's real easy to oops, didn't mean to do that. Storyboards, put back, game boards, storyboards. Anyways, it's real easy to play around with this, and the kids could do that. So I think that what I would mention to her, show her the Glencoe website. Students could access this using their netbooks. Put a icon on the desktop, that way they can easily get into the software, and it will prevent problems getting to the software. So then that way, then she might not have to be involved so much. They just click on the link and just go right in. So then she could still use her written paper that she gives to them, but they could do the work on the computer. So she could still hand out the worksheets that she uses, but the students will use the computer to complete the work. So I think that would be one of the ideas for her that wouldn't be really hard to do. Another one would be Brain Pop. I love that in my classroom, and the students love the videos, and the cool thing about that is that then there are online quizzes where that they could do that right on the computer. So I think I would tell her about Brain Pop, but there's many interesting topics that they can explore. It can be tied to curriculum, because they have many of them that you can view that are tied to the curriculum. And they usually come with an interactive quiz at the end. she could let the students actually do the quiz without her having to be the one to stand at the board and press the buttons, because the students can click on the answers. So if a student says that it's B, the student can click on B, and if it's correct, it says it's correct. If it's not correct, it says it's not correct. And it doesn't go on until the correct answer is chosen. So the students could actually do that. The teacher would not have to be the one standing at the board handling the actually pressing of the buttons. So it's very easy to use, and the students can't break or hurt the software. So I think I would tell her those things. An idea that's coming to me for the teacher who is technology savvy but is only using it for fun, one of the things they could use is ScootPad. You have to know a little bit about programming and putting information in there and everything, because you have to add all of the kids in. But the great thing about that is that you can customize it. So let's see, ScootPad for math. The students like this because it is colorful and fun to use. It's easy to set up the class. You can customize for each student based on their learning objectives, but students can all go on at the same time, but will be working at their levels. The good thing about it is, so the advantages of using this software: you get data back that shows how they are doing and when they master one of the math lessons. It's already tied to Common Core, so you don't have to make any adjustments to that. And you can put due dates on there also. So I think that would be a good thing for the intermediate teacher. Another thing that I would like to encourage the teacher with the 20+ years is reading eggs. We've purchased the program already. School owns the program, so there is no cost. Our Title I team will set the students up, so there isn't any teacher work to begin with to get the class started. You just have to show them, well, you just have to create a link create a link on the desktop for the students to use. Next, you will have to give them each their ID and password that will be supplied. I usually put these on a sticker and give to the student so that they have it to refer to. This is great for reading and phonics. Helps with comprehension and also have the ability to write their own stories. In the software. So I think that that would be a good thing, and there's not a lot that that teacher would have to do for that. Just something that the students could work on. Let me go into here. It's giving some ideas of what you could do. Game-based learning, learning with mobile and handheld, web-based projects. Oh, one of the things that I enjoy, this would be great for this teacher, is learningscience.org. This website is great for exploring science content. The students have all kinds of experiments that they can't spell that they do online and really enjoy themselves. You can have them, one of the things I did was I had them explore and then talk about you know, what they've learned. So students can explore and then share what they learn while exploring. You can give them a topic and they can go in and become the expert and teach the class what they have learned. So I found that that's really a cool website for science. For the subs, I'm thinking that in the sub-plans that there should be, that we really should take advantage of netbooks. So subs, I would say that they would need to have students on a netbook I'm thinking like all day long there should always be some students on there. So they need to have students on a netbook on a rotating basis through the day, so that at any time there is always someone using a netbook. I think that the class could be set up in centers. The class could be set up in centers for the day. Students will rotate through the centers and have at least one of the centers be on the computer. One could be on the Promethean board where they are playing a math game. So that's some things for the sub. Let me go back over here. Successful, how to integrate, this is what I like. For the teacher, Skyping, I think the one that's the teacher that knows what they're doing, Skype. There are many opportunities to use Skype in the classroom. Have another class in another state that you meet with to share your learning. Also, there are many authors that will Skype and talk to your classroom. I know that during reading month, what we did was we had some of the moms or dads or grandmas or aunts Skype into our classrooms. Maybe they couldn't physically get to our school, but we could Skype in. So during reading month, you could have I can't think of the word, visitor. You could have guest readers read to your class using Skype. Maybe there's a way to I don't know. Okay, so that would be good to have them Skyping. I like that for the teacher that knows the technology. The teacher that for reading tools, let's see what else that I have in here. Encourages student blogging on KidBlog. Probably the one that is more technology. Create a classroom blog and have the students blog at least once a week. You can put questions and surveys out there. It's a good way for students who don't like to talk in class to share what they think and know. So I like the idea of having that teacher do a blog. Oh, I like this. Assign one student in the class to take notes. So the teacher that has been there a long time could assign a student each day when there is lecture type information being shared. Could assign a student each day when there is lecture type information being shared to be the class note taker. They can type the notes on the computer. It will help with spelling, and you can save it and print it if you need to. Students who are listening then don't need to take notes and will get more out of the lesson. The student typing will have good experience paraphrasing and learning how to pick out the important ideas to record. So I like that, having someone be a note taker. What do I got up here? Let's see, if you have a pod. Start a collaborative blog, Skype an author, VoiceThread, access review intervention materials on a rotating schedule. Now our math, this would be great for the teacher that's been around. Our Envision Math, there's interactive stories that you can allow the students to view on their own. There is also daily videos for the lessons that the students could view again if they need a refresher, or if they missed the lesson. So that's good for that. But for my more experienced teacher, the Envision it has the ability you to create a class in the website, and then the students can go in and practice their math skills online for additional practice. It also has extra practice that is not in any of the printed material. It just takes a little work to set up the students' usage, history, etc. So that's some additional math help that the students could get. Let's see. You could do a Google Doc and have students go in and let's see, maybe Google Doc. Start a story on the document and then let the students go in and add to the story. You could have more than one going at a time. Have them each only go in once a week. It would be fun to see where the story goes as everyone gets a chance to add their own thoughts and ideas to the story. So I like that. Polls. I like polls. One of the things that the tech-savvy one could do, we have, can't think of the name for our Promethean board, voting, I can't think of the name, the voting, what do you call it, the voting, can't think of what those are called. Set this up so that you can take, you can have the students do tests online. It is fun and the students don't know who is answering which answer. Gotta fix that. Because it is listed by number. You can do a question, then show the class results, and then discuss misconceptions. You can record the results and use them. Everyone has to answer, and you know if they do. So I gotta add a little bit more to that, but I like the, gotta think of what those are for the Promethean board. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my video now with my page here, and then I'm going to do a second video for 30 minutes for the second half of this, instead of going 45 minutes and 15, because I'm using the EasyVid. I'm going to do a 30 and a 30. So I will stop my video now, and then I will come back.